CTV News, Vancouver Island Report.
Good evening. Thanks for being here. We begin tonight in Campbell River, where the departure of the catalyst mill has torn a great hole in the local economy and the budget. With the closure of the Elk Falls mill went hundreds of jobs and millions of dollars in tax revenue. And now some of the workers who were laid off from that mill will have to join the rest of the city's homeowners to make up the shortfall in the city budget. CTV's Gord Kurbis reports.
Municipal work crews arrive at this Campbell River sports field to provide maintenance and repairs. Their efforts are being paid for out of a budget that could start costing taxpayers a whole lot more.
We've got to change our spending, and our spending's too high. And the only way to do it is cut costs or raise taxes.
When he campaigned last fall to become Campbell River's mayor, Walter Jakeway ran on a platform of a 0% tax increase. He's now appalled that the city is contemplating what he says is 13.6%.
I relate to the taxpayer who's a pensioner who's licking the tuna can trying to save money to pay this increased tax.
I think it's way too high. You know, they're cutting back on services, they're cutting back on this, they're cutting back on that.
Taxes have been going up around the country, and if you want everything, you want all the services, you got to pay for them.
Right here in Spirit Square is what the mayor says is a perfect example of what's wrong with the budget that's currently up for approval. There's a line item in it to put up a new roof here. The mayor says quite simply Campbell River can't afford it right now. It's one of a number of items that are on his hit list.
Until we've trimmed all the fat and got rid of all the problems and quit doing projects we don't need, then you don't raise your taxes.
Jakeway's comments about the budget and his calls to start a tax revolt are not sitting well with at least one of 4 councillors who voted in favor of increasing taxes.
The mayor's responsibility under the community charter is to reflect the will of council. So therefore, for him to attack council and to call for a tax revolt is extremely disappointing.
Claire Moglove says the city did its best in trying to deal with a $3.6 million shortfall caused by the closure and then reclassification of the Catalyst Mill site. And she says taking into account increased taxes and decreased user fees, the end result is only a 7.1% increase.
The average house in Campbell River is assessed at $268,000. The increase will be $136.
This Campbell River business owner says the mayor needs to do more to bring the now divided city council together.
The mayor has to be one that operates with inclusion, has to bring those two factions to a common point where they work together for the good of the people that elected and pay their salaries.
The mayor is promising there will be much more yet to come on the issue. Gord Kurbis, CTV News, Campbell River.